Hi KTA artists! Today when you draw, if this video goes too fast, feel free to pause it at any time. You are going to need a blank sheet of paper, a black writing utensil, or if you want to use a pencil first and then trace everything in black, you can. And then you're also going to need a bluish crayon or colored pencil. Let's get started. Now on your blank sheet of paper, I'm actually going to start with my marker first and just skip pencil so you can see the steps. We're going to turn our papers vertical, so nice and long and tall, because our drawing needs to be that direction. And you're going to start in the top middle. We're going to use tons of lines and shapes and put them together to make our drawing today. So start with a circle at the very top middle of your paper. Make it like about the size of a dime or a quarter is good. And then two diagonal lines sticking out like two little legs. Next, I'm going to make a horizontal line going past slightly those diagonal lines, two vertical lines on the ends, and a horizontal line to connect. It's going to be a winter hat, so decorate it how you'd like. Next, I'm going to add two circles below the hat. This is going to be our character's face. We're going to be making a penguin, so I want you to make your eyes how you want to. Here, I'm putting some little white circles in the eyes to make it look like there's a twinkle in his eye, and then I'm coloring in the rest of it, but you make your eyes how you want them to look. Next, horizontal line for his beak. Make it as big or as small or as high or as low as you want it to look. And then another horizontal line below the face to start the scarf. Vertical lines on the sides. A horizontal line to connect. And then decorate your scarf how you want. Polka dots, stripes, leave it blank, wavy lines, up to you. Now I'm going to create some almost like parenthesis lines connecting the hat to the scarf, and I'm going to make these really thick and bold, so you'll see me using my marker going back and forth to fill them in. Feel free to do that as well. I'm going to give my penguin little rosy cheeks because why not? Maybe he's outside and he's a little chilly. Next, I'm going to add some diagonal lines for my scarf, close it up with a vertical line, and continue the stripes, and then a little bit of fringe hanging off the end. I'm going to create a circle, or repeat the same parenthesis lines that we did for the face, and you'll notice I'm doing the same thing. I'm just filling it up with almost like a crescent shape. There's an interesting shape for you. We're going to use a crescent shape to make the thicker sides of his body. For his little feet, I'm going to draw two horizontal lines. It's okay if they connect too. And then little curly lines for some toesies, and I'm going to close them back up with each other. Then I'm going to make his little flippers. I just start with a curved line, and then again I'm using the thicker side of my marker to fill it in and make them look a little bit more full. I'm going to do the same thing on the opposite side, except I'm going to point it down. Feel free to make your flippers how you want. Maybe he has both hands up in the air. Maybe he's holding a snowball to throw at a friend. You get to decide because you're the artist. Now I'm going to create a background where I just kind of put a simple horizon line, which just means where the ground meets the sky. I also put a little snowy hill in the background and a little winter tree that I'll add some color to later. Now is the time for your blue crayon. This is the part where we want to make it look like there's this chilly, cool colored shadow on his face. So I'm going to start on just one side of his face. I chose the left, and I'm going to really gently and softly blend some blue on his face, and I'm going to carry that shadow down into his body to make it appear that he's got this cold looking shadow. That's why blue is called a cool color. It appears to have this visual temperature. And I'm also going to, let me hold it up so you can see it. It's got that little bit of a highlight on there. And then I'm going to do the same thing for the snowy hill and the snowy ground below him, just to give that little effect to it. Now is the time where you could get out regular colored pencils, crayons, paint, whatever you're going to use next. And I'm using just crayons and markers a little bit, and I'm going to create a pattern in my penguin's scarf. I'm going to add a little bit of color to the tree in the background, his feet, and what I like about this drawing is it's a really simple drawing, and most of it is black and white, except for the little parts of the penguin and the background that you want to add color to, and that's creating contrast. When you have black and white versus bright colors, they're opposite, and so they when you put them together, they make your artwork appear more interesting. So here is your winter penguin. Now that you know how to make them, you can create many different ones with different types of winter gear and different personalities, and you know how to make them out of simple lines and shapes. Enjoy!